What's up, guys? How are we feeling on this lovely freaking day? Let me just say something. I gotta get something off my freaking chest. I am so sick of this week. What the f is going on with Conservative Incorporated? I thought, what happened to owning the left? What happened to facts over feelings? This week has shown that right-wingers are just like left-wingers when it comes to a certain issue. I have never seen a meltdown like I've seen unfold before my eyes like this freaking week. It's been so depressing to actually see. I'm watching people announce, I'm unfollowing this person now. People are announcing, I'm unfollowing Tucker Carlson. I'm unfollowing the Hodge twins. I'm unfollowing Laura Loomer. Like, who cares? People are responding to my videos saying, oh, Derek, oh my God, you're an anti-Semite. Really? I'm an anti-Semite? My mother's Jewish. Okay. I'm an anti-Semite? Why? Because I said the podcast with Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz was interesting? Because I said that I wish our politicians focus more on American matters than matters overseas. That makes me an anti-Semite. I'm getting comments on videos saying, I'm unfollowing you. I'm unfollowing you. Really? You just unfollow people that have different opinions than you? You want to create such a safe bubble? And I appreciate every single one of you guys that have stayed around with me. If I said something you totally disagree with and you stay around with me anyways, I appreciate that. But this week has been the most cringy week I've ever seen in my freaking life for conservatives. I thought we were the party. I thought we were the side. I thought the right-wingers and the libertarians and everybody was the side of, it's okay to have a different point of view. It's okay to have different points of views, and we come together and we see each other as equal. We see each other as normal. We see each other as it's okay to be in a room with people with a different point of view. We're the same party that makes fun of people that, like, I'm not going to Thanksgiving because I heard my grandfather was a racist. Now I feel like I'm not going to Thanksgiving with my grandfather because I heard that he takes AIPAC money. I'm not going to Thanksgiving with my grandfather because I heard that he is against the war in Iran. It's so cringy to me. It's so cringy. It's so cringy. The black and white issue going on with this war in Iran is so much. Really? I thought the conversation was going to be a lot like this. I thought the whole conversation about Iran and Israel was going to go like this. One person would go, you know what? I'm pro-Israel. And I respect everything that they do, and I back everything they do. And then the other side goes, you know what? I don't really want to be pulled into another war. I don't really trust a lot of governments and what they say. And so, like, I'm against this sort of thing. And then people went together and go, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I get that point of view. But now it's like, oh my God, you don't support Donald Trump unless you support this war. You were always anti-Trump. Dude, this right wing is melting down over Israel. People are obsessed with Israel. I don't even care. I don't even fucking care. It's so much, and it's too much cringe. If you have to announce you're unfollowing someone because of their points of view, you need to go check yourself as a man and make sure your balls are still there. Because who cares? It's okay if you don't want to follow somebody anymore or don't want to listen to somebody anymore because they have a different point of view. Fine. But if you're announcing like you're putting your black square on Twitter like a BLM protest, I'm announcing I'm standing up for this sort of thing in front of the world because the world has to see how I feel. It's so cringy. It is so cringy. It's too much. It's over the top. Can we all just relax? And the Tucker Carlson, the Ted Cruz, sorry I'm coming out hot. This has been boiling up over this week for me. And I'm just like depressed. I'm depressed to see people with the same points of view as me being so weak and so woke. You know, there was always that term going around, right, the woke right. The woke right is showing its naked head right now because I've never seen anybody so offended over saying, I don't want to go to war with Israel and Iran. Really? Really? You're not gonna show up to Thanksgiving with your grandfather because you found out he listens to Nick Fuentes every other day? God, what a bunch of it's too much, dude. All right, let me see some of your chats. I love how people would say you should stop talking about the Middle East because you don't agree with their ideology. It's just so cringy. It's everything about this week in Conservative Inc. is so depressing to see. I am watching emotional argument after emotional argument when it comes to the issue of Israel. It's become a religious experience for me. It's become too much for me. Like, can't we just have reasonable conversations about this? Like, oh no, you need to pick a side. Are you on Ted Cruz's side or are you on Tucker Carlson's side? Oh, Derek, how dare you say that Tucker Carlson is interesting to watch? Tucker Carlson is a propagandist. Yeah, duh. Duh. Of course he is. Of course, a lot of YouTubers and podcasters are propagandists. Yes. Yes. Hello. You think you're just a journalist? You don't have a point of view that you're trying to push across. Okay. What the frick is happening right now? What the frick? Are we so fickle that we can't like just watch something we disagree with? I do it all the time. Am I a psychopath? I watch leftist streamers because I want to see their points of view. I'm not writing comments underneath like, oh my God, I'm no longer going to watch Destiny or Hassan Piker or Breaking Points because they have this view that I disagree with. That is so lame. Check yourself into a hotel, nearest Airbnb, and figure your whole life out. Get a journal. Take some time. Come out with a pen and paper. Have a good time. Always come to your house on Thanksgiving. Thank you to Purple Virginian. Please come to my house on Thanksgiving. NF is pretty right though, dude. NF is awesome. Those sand crabs have been fighting since the dawn of man. That is true. Kristen, I would rather shish kebab and matzo balls than make them right. Yeah, thanks so much for subscribing. So the Ted Cruz thing and the Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson thing has been over the top and so cringy. Yes, there was gotcha statements, and that's what made it fun. Are we not part of gotcha statements? The right is all of a sudden has an agenda against gotcha statements. Have you never watched Charlie Kirk or Ben Shapiro arguing with college students? It's hilarious because there's gotcha statements. That's funny. They got their fame off of a lot of gotcha statements. That's what's so funny about it. And all of a sudden, because it's about Israel, it's like, oh, that's offensive. He didn't even give him credit for this. God. NF is my favorite rapper of all time. NF is probably one of my favorites as well. Laura Loomer accusing Tucker Carlson of taking Qatar money is so funny to me. Also, who cares? He took money and then he did an interview with Qatar. Okay. But there's no evidence about it. There's no evidence that he actually had it. She's like asking him to show his bank statements. Laura Loomer right now on Twitter is asking Tucker Carlson to show his bank statements about the Qatar money. She's literally asking, like, let me see your tax forms because I don't believe you. That is psychotic behavior. And she's like, he's not responding to me. Yeah, maybe because he doesn't care about you. Like, that would be like me putting out a video about Tim Pool. And then if Tim Pool never responds to me, I'd be like, oh my God, he's not responding to me because he's scared of me. Tim Pool's not responding to me because he's scared of me. Joe Rogan, I made a video about you and you didn't respond to me. It's because you're scared of the argument. No, because he doesn't know who the I am. doesn't care. These freestyles are lit. Thank you. I'm trying to, for Fridays, I'm like, let's make a culmination of everything I've been thinking about this week and just spew it out. And this has been it's just so cringy to me. When I go through my X platform and I'm seeing conservatives who have large followings and supposed to be against anti-woke, cancel culture, all of a sudden they're like, I'm unfollowing Tucker Carlson because of what he said. I'm unfollowing the Hodge. Like, really? Time to quit being such a Oh my, come on, dude. The right that pretends to be against cancel culture this week is enjoying cancel culture this week. I've never, like, if you come out and you say, like, I don't like Israel, people are like, oh, get rid of him. Get rid of him, cancel him, take all his money, get rid of everything he owns. But I'm against cancel culture, okay? For pronouns. But for this, it's okay. It's like, God, you know that makes people want to talk about it? If you have this emotional of a reaction to this sort of thing, it makes people want to lean into it. Because it makes you go, if you have such an emotional reaction to this issue, it makes my antennas perk up and ask, why? Is it a projection? Do you deep down inside also feel the same way? Because it makes absolutely no sense. We went from owning the left to becoming the most fragile group I've ever seen online. And I'm not part of this, okay? I don't care. I just think it's absolutely insane and depressing to see how fragile people are when it comes to this issue. You can't just have normal debates. You can't just have normal conversation. We're just going to start crying. I feel like conservatives for this week, conservatives and the right-leaning people need to go into a room and do one of those scream counseling sessions where they scream into like a pillow or something. You know, stuff that conservatives make fun of that the left does. You know, screaming in a pillow against the patriarchy or whatever. Screaming in a pillow against the patriarchy. Now conservatives need to do that, but screaming in the pillow because of anti-Israel or pro-Israel people or AIPAC or Iran or nukes or Donald Trump or like scream into a pillow this week. It's so cringy to me. I stand by Derek O'Shea. Thanks, Kristen. And maybe I'm just like a little triggered, okay? I've gotten a lot of comments on some videos that I've done. I've been like, I'm unfollowing this channel. How I can't believe you're such an anti-Semite. I'm like, what did I say that was anti-Semitic? I'm anti-everybody. It's not just the Jews. I hate gingers. I hate myself. I hate myself, and that's more Jewish than anything. That's why my mother's Jewish. I learned self-deprecation is the best form of humor. Self-deprecation, it's a sign of being okay with mocking thyself. Let me see some of your comments. How did you know Ted Cruz has a podcast? Because I saw it on Tucker Carlson. When I watched this podcast, that was one of my favorite moments when Ted Cruz goes, last week on Ted Cruz, The Verdict with Ted Cruz or something like that. He just like plugs his own podcast in the middle of it. But also Ted Cruz is crashing out right now. If you go to Ted Cruz's Twitter feed right now, it's like every other tweet is about how Tucker Carlson is either taking money from Qatar or a gotcha statement of Tucker Carlson. How do you know you lose a debate is when you crash out on X. The more they deny it, it makes you curious. 100%. Every time they tell you you're not allowed to talk about this one thing, or if you criticize it at all, all of a sudden it's like haram. You're not allowed to say anything negative. You can only say positive things, and you have to support everything. It's like nobody supports everything fully. And also this notion, I'm a person, okay, just so you know me, I'm a person that is very skeptical of the government. I've always been that way. I think they lie to us a lot. Yeah. And that includes Republicans. I think they lie to us a lot. And I don't trust everything that they have to say. So even if Donald Trump says something, I want to make sure that's correct. I'm not just going to be like, well, Donald Trump said it, it has to be correct. Yeah, I trust him more than Kamala Harris or Mitch McConnell, stuff like that. Yeah, there's levels to trust for sure. But I would never trust a politician or any world leader hand over fist Who are these people that do that? That's called a religion. That's called a cult. If you trust your leader, no matter what he does or what he says, that's a cult. Hello. What the frick is going on, dude? God. Good to see everyone noticing things. Yeah, I'm just noticing things. I'm just asking questions. The new thing right now on the pro-Israel side that I'm seeing that's very funny to me. Very funny to me. And look, there's comedy in this whole thing, and I love every second of it. As somebody who enjoys comedy, I'm loving this. So on the pro-Israel side right now, if you talk about Israel at all, if you talk about Israel at all in the negative light, the pro-Israel people will start responding underneath saying, "Why are you so obsessed with Israel? I thought you were America first." That's their new gotcha statement. It's so funny to me. I love it. And then you see people responding underneath the pro-Israel people of like, well, you're the one talking about Israel. And then it's just like a nice little circle. So we're just in a nice circle right now. We have, I'm anti-Israel. And then you have normal people like me and probably you of like, I don't know how I feel about Israel. I don't think about Israel a lot. I just don't want to go to World War III. I don't really want to. I think there are bigger issues in America, and our politicians have a tendency to, once something pops off around the world, they have a tendency to stop everything that they're doing and focus solely on that and stop focusing on American things that need to be fixed in America. And then you have people that are like, we need to support Israel and go to nuclear war with them and support regime change. And it's like this circle of craziness. And people want to put everyone in these little bubbles. People want to give you, it's like, oh, you don't want to go to war with Israel, Iran? Oh, you're an isolationist. I'm like, what? You don't want to go to war with Iran? You're an isolationist. What? Because I don't want to go to this one war that makes me an isolationist? And I didn't even say I didn't want to. I just said I don't want to right now. I'm like a woman. I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do that right now. I like the Michelle Obama podcast better than Ted Cruz one. Pillow fight princess. I trust no one. I trust you guys in chat more than I trust politicians, okay?
U1L5 on _ I super chatted $4.99. Call me hand emoji.
Hey, thanks, Wilson. I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my friend. I appreciate you. Don't forget, if you do a super chat, to put some text in there so Donald Trump could sing you a song. Let me see some of your chats. The reason we voted for Trump in 2016 is we can't trust politicians. Exactly. That was the reason I voted for him in the primaries before 2016. I was in South Carolina. Primaries are very important during that time. I voted for Donald Trump when my whole family was voting for Ted Cruz. Okay, so if you're going to come at me and say, like, I'm anti-Trump, I've been on Trump's since day one because I knew he was going to be a bull in a china shop, and I wanted him to wreck every politician because he was my only hope of somebody pushing back on the system. That was it. That was the reason why I voted for him, not because I think he's the most... Oh, here it is.
Call me hand emoji.
See, I love Trump. It's just like,
oh, hell yeah, look at that. Another one of you schmucks finally decided to pony up some cash. Well, no favor, now here's the deal. I'll take your money. But you better believe I'm going to work for it.
Talk to me,
and
baby.
what's with V emoji? You think you're all cool and shit? Let me tell you something, pal. The only handshake I care about is the one that puts money in my pocket.
Wow.
Now, where's the rest of that dough?
That's a problem.
I ain't got all day to be reading your stupid little messages. Get back in there and throw some more cash my way.
Jeez.
And maybe I'll say something nice about you.
God. Donald Trump AI is aggressive. I apologize, Wilson. That $5 meant a lot to me. Disco Puss says, it amazes me that the left is on the verge of criticizing Trump for not blowing stuff up. Yeah, I love that too. I think the left is like kind of taking a step back right now and watching the right just eat itself. And that's what people on the right do. That's what I like to do whenever I watch the left just eat themselves. Like when it was talking about Joe Biden versus Kamala Harris. or Bernie Sanders and stuff. It's fantastic. It's wonderful to watch. So if I was on the left right now, I would feel like this is the best week of my life. You're watching a party just split apart. And not only, it's okay to have different points of view in your party. That's okay. But there are people online going like, I'm canceling this person. I'm getting rid of this person. I'm never talking to this person because they have this point of view. That's freaking nuts. That's freaking nuts, dude. You're such a snowflake that if someone says, I don't think politicians should take AIPAC money, you're like, oh, get out of my life. I don't want to talk to you. You are disgusting. I can't even be around you. By the way, my pronouns are pro-Israel. It's like the other way around, too. It's like, oh, you're pro-Israel? Oh, my God, don't even talk to me. You're pro-Israel? You're like for Israel because you have a dispensationalist view? Oh, my God, don't even talk to me. I can't even trust these people. I don't even want to hear a word out of their mouth. Everything they say is wrong now. God, just relax, everyone. If someone has a different point of view on something, just let it happen. Well, let it wash over you. And then you can come up and say, this is why I disagree with you, Derek. Instead of calling me an anti-Semite in the comments, tell me how I'm an anti-Semite. That was literally my question to a lot of people's comments to me. Of course, they're like, oh, they're making fun of me. They're like, oh, this show barely gets any views. There's a reason why you don't get any views. It's because you're like an anti-Semite or something. I'm like, okay. Jeez. And first of all, don't talk to my community like that. And second of all, tell me how I'm an anti-Semite. Don't just call somebody something with no basis. It's just so cringe. I think that's why Epstein files has been released, because half of the government won't be charged with treason. That's probably spot on. At this point, the Epstein files, I don't think will ever be released. It'll be like JFK. They'll slowly release some things. And you're just supposed to be okay with that. Now we can't wait to do is, no, why can't they do what all the cults do and drink the purple Kool-Aid? Yeah, exactly. Wait, you'd have to drink blue Kool-Aid for pro-Israel, but anti-Israel would probably be red for Nazis. But it's real. Thank you again for the $5 super chat, my friend, Wilson. I support Israel handling their own choices. Sure, that's a great point of view. If they want to get into fights, then go for it. But I want to stay out of it and not get dragged in. I totally understand that point of view. Everyone says that there's always a good chance we'll get pulled in. And, you know, you're seeing the rhetoric ramp up anyways. If you go on any Fox News channel right now, the rhetoric is we need America to step up. That we need America to step up. So we'll see what happens. I'm also not one of these people like there's boots on the ground right now. There's no confirmation of that. So, and this all could be nothing. You know, everyone could be freaking out. The Nick Fuenteses, the Candace Owens, the Tucker Carlsons, me to some degree, could be freaking out about absolutely nothing. There could be a few bombs here and there, and it'd just go away in a month. Who knows? But it certainly seems like it's not going away. So, and this could be months. And I don't think Israel can handle months of bombardments of bombs without our help. Most people don't know how much Israel contributes as our ally. They don't advertise it because it's classified. Of course, people would be torn. No one wants war except Iran. Yeah. We don't know. And again, I've always said, I don't know. and I'm not, look, I've always said this too. I'm not bipolar enough to die on a hill that I don't know everything I know about that issue. Okay? I am open to having my mind changed on things. I'm a human being. I'm not God. I don't know everything. And same with you. And so if there's something I say that you disagree with, in 5 days, I could change my opinion because more information came out that I saw that made me go, oh, I was wrong about this. Because I'm a human being. Oh, Derek, you didn't even know. Like, yeah, because I don't have all the time in my life to read everything all the time. I do as much research on this show as I possibly can. But I'm also not a freaking AI bot. So my opinions might change. Unreal. Unreal. I'm a human being. I have feelings. I have things outside of this. I have my own job. I am a manager at a struggling, and I mean struggling, Chuck E. Cheese. I am the manager at a struggling Chuck E. Cheese in the south side of Chicago, and I drive a Dodge Stratus. Reg says, the funny thing, the Democrats accused Trump of colluding with Russia. He was actually colluding with Israel. Well, there you go. I noticed Trump AI is greedy. I think Trump AI is greedy. I can't control Trump AI. I'm trying to tell you. I wish I could tone his rhetoric down. Every time, Derek, don't use big words. I don't know what you mean. What big words did I use? Are you saying anti-Semitic? What big words are you talking about? Don't accuse me of using big words, okay? Don't you dare. That is like hate speech on this channel. Don't you dare accuse me of using big words. Just because I have a master's degree. Call me master. That was like the first thing I said when I got my master's degree. I texted my family. I was like, now everyone must call me master. It doesn't mean I know what words are. I do play Wordle every day, though. Yeah, 5 letters. Yeah, 5 letters. I'm good with 5-letter big words. Derek, you're basically white Candace Owens. I am step black. Wow, Candace Owens, that's high praise. Dumb it down for us, Derek, and me and Willie will get stoned before noon. Okay, sorry. Steve Bannon agrees with me listening to every Rama Poo Poo voicemail religiously. Okay, wait, is there a Rama Poo Poo voicemail? All right, I got to go to work soon, which I apologize for, but I want to. Okay, there's a 2-minute. 2-minute voicemail. You sent me a 2-minute voicemail. I love it. Israel contributes by spying on the U.S. president. Yeah, the whole Israel spying on America is so cringe. And also the fact that we're not allowed to look at Israel's nuclear program is ridiculous. They're the only country with nukes that we're just like, we don't care. You can do whatever you want. We trust you. Derek gives off camp counselor vibes. I have been a camp counselor a bunch of times. I told you I used to be a youth pastor. Okay, so I've been a camp counselor lots of times, and man, can my voice echo through the halls. Okay, let's listen to his voicemail before I go to work. Hold on, let's listen.
Hello, I'm calling for Derek O'Shea show. Yeah, it's Rama Pupu. I wanted to provide an update on the Iran situation.
Yes, please.
There seems to be some mysterious delivery coming from China.
Yes.
But I can clarify what is it.
Okay.
Much questioning around what is in these big airplanes coming, delivering something. Some people say maybe it's weapons.
Yeah, true.
Some people say maybe ammunition.
Yeah, perfect.
But it's none of these things. I have some inside information. Mind you, it's not even Ayurvedic medicine from my little card here, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
In fact, my sources in Tehran tell me
yes.
that the contents of this very large shipment to Iran to prepare for eventualities is actually the contents of a plant, a production plant in China that shut down, that makes, how do you say, adult toys. Adult toys, marital aids, some people, so you know what I'm talking about. Big black,
oh my God,
plastic, ribbed for her pleasure.
Oh my God.
But you might be saying why? You're probably laughing a little bit.
No.
Maybe some kid's funny.
It's not funny.
But why? Why do they send these things?
Why? Yeah, why?
Because they believe it will scare away the trans military in case the United States invades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. This is the update on the Iran situation. Thank you. I love you very much. Bye.
Okay, I love you too. Thank you so much, freaking Rama Drama calling in. I had no idea that. Marital AIDS. We could all use marital AIDS in our life. We could all every time I think of when you said rib for her pleasure, all I could think about was Wayne's World. That's one of my favorite quotes on Wayne's World, where he goes into the drawer, he pulls it out, Garth, and he pulls out a condom and goes, rib for her pleasure. Ew. He puts it back down. Oh, I love Wayne's World. I could watch that movie right now. Rib for her pleasure. Ew. Thank you so much for calling into the show, you freaking crazy man. You. How'd you know I was laughing too? So that's racist. I had no idea that was the whole shipment. It's good to know, because I knew that those planes from China were delivering something. So I'm really happy to hear that sort of thing. And Rama, thank you so much for the update. We always need, I want an update on the India situation with Pakistan. That got boring, didn't it? No one talked about that anymore. At one point, I thought we were going to World War III because India and Pakistan were going to go to war. But guess not. This is hard-hitting journalism. Derek's journalist, and India is giving us breaking news. He always does. Gingers share over 95% of their DNA with flamingos and carrots. God, that's offensive. Yeah, I'm definitely in a camp counselor that would not touch you, for sure. I'm not that sort of camp counselor. They're all taking breaking dance classes. Exactly. All right, guys, I'm going to go to work. I just saw the time. Freaking party on. Excellent. All right, guys, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later, okay? Love you. Kisses. Thanks for putting up with me. Again, couple things. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for riding with me, even if I have a different opinion than you. Thanks for enjoying laughing at the news with me. Thanks for seeing how hysterical people get online about this situation. And yeah, maybe I was a little hysterical today, but it's just so cringe that the people that claim to be against being hysterical are all of a sudden hysterical. It's too much. Love to catch a live. KB, always happy to